Call John Smothers or Ken Bray for the maintenance department. You will have a future at Wiley Sanders Truck Line. Good morning and welcome to another edition of Truck Talk with Wiley Sanders Truck Line. Man, am I excited. Look at the company I got this morning. I got the mayor of Troy. I'll mayor one thing about him. If you call him, he's coming. I got the safety director. And I'm in the new bunkhouse. I can't be still. I just can't. I went in the bathroom a while ago and it's so fancy in there. It took me a little while to get the water on, but I did wash my hands. Don't y'all be upset. I did what? I mean, this is state of the art, isn't it, Mayor?
It's amazing. I've been around for over 30 years, and I remember the old bunkhouse, and it's incredible.
It's incredible.
So nice.
Well, I don't want to get too far ahead of myself. I'm so excited. But at Wiley Sanders Truck Line, we believe in God and family first. And I thought of no one better to give us a scripture this morning other than the safety director. He's worked so hard to get this nice and has made so many changes since he took that position. And all the changes was for the drivers. Just things that would help the drivers, realizing that the drivers are the heartbeat of this company. And you're like that. You'll call me at home and say, hey, look, can you help this guy out? We got to do something, And that's why you guys are here, because I know how much y'all love the drivers and everybody around us. And we got some of the drivers' granddaughters here, and we got one of our drivers this here. We're going to do a 2-in-1. We're going to have a grand opening of our new bunkhouse. And we're also going to start off our toy drive that we do every year. And Mayor, thank you so much for allowing us to put the trailer over there. Is that the farmer's market they call that? Yes. It was just one phone call and one answer. You said, sure, go right ahead. Be no problem. We thank you for stuff like that, knowing that we can count on you to just step in when we need you. You just always been that type of, and that's why you're going to always be the mayor. I mean, if we call you, you answer.
Well, that's my job.
Well, you do a good job at it. You do a good job.
I got a lot of help.
Good. Doug, you got a scripture?
I do. When you asked me if I could do this, I just got thinking about a little bit about the trucking industry and the things that we struggle with every day, the unknowns. And I started just searching for something to read this morning, and I come across Galatians 6:9. It says, "Let us not grow weary of doing good, for in due season we will reap if we do not give up." And what I thought about when I was reading that scripture, I thought about the struggles that we face in this type of an industry. And as well as I do, when we start an orientation group, one of the things that I say to them, I always tell them, I'll say, when you face frustration, allow us the opportunity to work through that frustration. But as I read that verse, I got to thinking about our industry and so many things that are going so well right now for us. And we keep telling recruits, you talk to recruits every day, we keep telling them, come here, you're going to be part of something special. And that's the message that we're trying to send to recruits and to our existing drivers. We want retention to be a focus as well, because in today's world, retaining your current employee base is successful recruiting. But that verse just kind of sends that message. If you just keep working, your benefits, you reap the benefits and the rewards of your hard work. And in this industry, that just came across to me as a perfect fit as we start up the opening of a bunkhouse here that is really going to be shown to our drivers second to none. I mean, I would venture to say there's not a whole lot of trucking companies that has the amenities that we have on our facility here. And it's just a testament of Mr. Stephen Sanders, him involving his wife, Miss Kelly, her personal touch. It's just great to see a family atmosphere. And when we say God and family first, it's not a slogan here. It's really an experience that people have to get involved in.
You know, speaking of Kelly Sanders, I talked to her this week, and she was so sad. She had a doctor's appointment, and we all know how hard it is to get a doctor's appointment, and she had got it, and she said, "Oh my God, I can't cancel, Jeffrey." So maybe she'll be with us this evening at 5 o'clock when we go out to Troy Bank and Trust. But I'm not going to put you on the spot because you know the answer. You've heard all kind of stories about why we're going to use this and how it's going to be used. So for just a few minutes, would you just explain really what this is for and what we're going to do?
Yes, for some time now, when we've had drivers that come on the yard, and for one reason or another, their truck might be in an in-bay service at the shop that requires us to put them in a hotel, we do that without hesitation. But the thing that we've learned long ago is the inconvenience that a driver faces when we put them in a hotel off-site where they're all alone, and you know, some of the things that they can experience here on the yard, they don't have that ability at the hotel. So some time back, a decision was made to just renovate this bunkhouse into a state-of-the-art, I call it our own hotel, if you will.
Yes, yes.
And it's truly going to serve us and our employees as an alternative to sending them off-site where they have no transportation, where they have limited access to anything that they have that's in their belongings. We got some lockers that they can put some of their personal belongings in that they want to feel secure in.
Yes.
But the main purpose is to provide a class opportunity for a driver that is unfortunate that his shop has to be held over in the shop bay and he don't have access to his truck. We're going to provide him the opportunity to, him or her, the opportunity to experience a comfortable home atmosphere here. We've got an extremely qualified and diligent cleaning staff that, that manages this facility and our driver's lounge. Man, I tell you what, you can try to go in any hotel or any establishment anywhere, and I promise you, you won't get a sense of clean and a smell of clean that you'll have in these places. So we appreciate the work that they do, but that's really what it's about. It's about the driver. So when we recruit them, we don't give them ever the opportunity to have a bad experience to where they say, yeah, they give you some keys and then they just forget you. We want to take that day-to-day walk with them and let them know that they're part of this family.
Yeah. You know, Mayor, I heard Doug say, give them some keys. Well, we were talking about bringing the driver in, and he's going to be thinking ahead sometime. And I'll say, well, I was going to bring him this day. And he'll go, well, if we did this and did that. He said, heck, we could have him some keys by Wednesday. His word is give him some keys, so that's why I was laughing at that. We want to put out qualified drivers and make them have a nice place to stay. But Mayor, you just made me laugh the other day when I called you to put you on the show. You said, well, I'm already booked for the 22nd to be at the Troy Bank and Trust. And you said, I'm already booked. I said, yeah, but it's going to make a big difference on the weekends for stuff when you have to call somebody and get somebody to authorize it and all that. This just takes away from it.
Well, I can't tell you the number of times that I've had to go and pick somebody up, and just like Doug said, personal belongings, and then load them into my vehicle, and me bring back and go. And you were talking about keys. I remember being a night dispatcher and having a ring of keys you have to carry with both hands to try to figure out which door. And it's just when I walked in here, it was just amazing. And and that's the thing. in this business, and Doug was exactly right, there are going to be frustrations. There's going to be the unknown. There are going to be times when at night or on the weekend or something's going to happen. And to be comfortable when you're dealing with that frustration is a wonderful thing. It is. And if you can't be comfortable here, you can't be comfortable.
I'm a little worried about you. When you say be comfortable here, I always tell drivers when I go to schools, and I mean this from my heart. I say, if you can't come to Wiley Sanders Truck Line and be successful, I'm worried about you somewhere else. Because of the fact we put God and family first. So we know that you got a granddaughter that's having a birthday party. We know that you having an anniversary. That's important to us. Man been married and he's having an anniversary. We want him to be there. Grandma turning 80 years old, we want him to be there. I want him to bring grandma's name on Truck Talk with Wiley Sanders. I want to call her name. That's why I'm excited when I get to this point. You know Kenny Garrett. He's one of our top drivers, and I call all of them our top drivers, but some of them stand out, and you just have to recognize it. And I asked him, knowing that he would not have time, because he's a 90 going 100. But I remember meeting his granddaughter, and I say, I want you to, because I'm asking all my drivers, why I got y'all attention, I want all my drivers to buy one bicycle. And I know you're making good money. We just gave out the good race. So give a little bit back. You just heard what Doug said. Give a little bit back. And Kenny he said, yeah, I'll do it. He went to getting in his phone, boy. He went to putting in a date. Me, as always, I forgot something. He come back. He said, about what time? I said, that's an important question. But he got his pretty little granddaughter here. And don't worry about us on this camera. I want to make sure you get this pretty little girl when she rolls up. I want you to roll right around here and turn around and tell everybody your name and your granddaddy's name. Just push it right up here, baby. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that little swing around you. Look at that. That is good. Tell everybody your name.
I'm Scholar.
You're Scholar. And what's your granddaddy's name?
What's Pa's name?
All right.
Kenneth Gill.
Do you know his truck number? You don't know it?
4518.
Oh, she is so pretty. This is what I love about Pike County. When you can sit and do something like this, and you have a safe director, you can have a mayor of Troy that'll take time out of your busy schedule and come here and let a little girl like that bring a bicycle. I know you guys, it'll joy your heart. And I'm gonna tell y'all something, Trace Parker really wanted to be here. He had made a previous engagement. Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something. We don't take this lightly. The thing of it is, we've been 2 weeks for a long time. When will it be ready? 2 weeks. I think everybody sitting up here have heard enough 2 weeks. And when it opened up, we wasn't gonna put it off no more. When they said we could get in here, we'd have come in here on Saturday. And so we're excited about being here. So don't think we're taking this light. I got some old drivers that have bought some bicycles and stuff, but these are two busy men. We're gonna take a commercial break and let them get back to their duties, but I do not want to rob them if they have something they like to say before we leave. Mayor?
Well, this is just a momentous day, and and it's exactly like you said. I talked to a driver yesterday afternoon who was giving me an update on his mother who had broken her hip. It was having an operation. I talked to another driver who was talking to me about getting married. So whether it's the tough times or the highlights of your life, we're gonna be there to share them with you and work with you on it.
Well spoken.
And
Thank you.
so I mean that's just and this is a testament to that.
It is. Doug?
I appreciate you being here, Mayor, and celebrating this occasion with us. And I want to say this, Jeffrey puts a great deal of effort in taking care of drivers. And I want to publicly say in front of a camera how much I appreciate what Jeffrey does. Jeffrey is one of those who doesn't look for personal recognition in the actions that he takes. Of course, everybody recognizes him from commercials and that kind of thing. But I tell drivers all the time, if you ever are on the yard and you need somebody to help you with something, if you can't find me or Jeffrey, somebody will find us. But Jeffrey is a guy I can always count on, that'll just get on the golf cart with a driver, and he'll run that thing out of gas fixing their problems if it takes it. But Jeffrey, I appreciate what you do.
Well, thank you.
We
I
don't
love
say
it.
enough.
You know, Mr. Sanders, he used to always call them our drivers. And if you wanted to get Mr. Sanders, I'm talking about Mr. Wiley, if you want to get him upset, let a driver be having a frustration problem and it was just born up in me. And I have to give the kudos back to you, because when you came in as safety director, you had that mentality that we don't take care of these drivers. And now they see it.
What's the philosophy I told y'all we're going to have?
He does say, well, we're going to come to work, we're going to do a job, we're going to do a good job, we're going to have fun with it, but at the end of it, we just have to get paid. And every driver, and Mary, I don't know if you ever heard this now, but I say this every month, every driver, and you think about this, that comes to me and talks to me, oh man,
And
your
it's
paycheck.
the Thanksgiving season, and I'm telling you, I'm thankful, and I look back over my life, and I mean, and they have provided for my life and my family's life, and I mean, and that's, you know, and that's the way you gotta look at it. I mean, that's the way the country needs to look at it.
Oh yeah.
Because there's not anything that we touch that hasn't been on the truck.
Even that nice looking jacket.
Yes, sir. No doubt.
We'll be right back with Truck Talk with Wiley Sanders Truck Line.
Welcome to Love's. Safe and clean are two words that mean more now than ever before. Love's has been the leader of clean places, friendly faces for nearly 60 years. When you visit our stores, you'll find something for the entire family to enjoy, from our restaurants to plenty of drink and snack options. So whether you're back on the open road or planning to be soon, we'll be here for you and your entire travel party, keeping our stops safe, clean, and stocked with all your road trip needs. Love's, the heart of the highway.
May the road rise up to meet you. May the wind be always at your back. May the sun shine warm upon your face, the rains fall soft upon your fields. Though you've probably heard these words before, it's our wish for all travelers, for those carrying the things we need and visiting the ones they love, those that take to the open road to feed their families, to see new sights, to get ahead. They spend hours, days, nights, even weeks on an endless ribbon of highway. Through the weather, the breakdowns, the closures. And then they see it. Glowing in the distance, that familiar sign. A sigh of relief. Each day, thousands stop by, each different, each with one thing in common. They need this. They need us. They need a home away from home. A place where everything is exactly the way they like it, and the everyday is done extraordinarily well. So today's a new day. Let's be that place. An open sign where there's none for miles. A familiar face that always says, "Welcome back." A meal that refreshes their soul. Let's be that place where they can grab a warm shower after a long day and be that crew that can repair just about anything.
And we're back with Truck Talk with Wiley Sanders Truck Line. You know, I just told you about Kenny Garrick. He was one of my good drivers. All of my drivers are good, but I got one I work out with, you know, so that makes us kind of, we're a little more, you know, we're a little more, but hate to say it on TV, but I feel like I'm good, you know, for being 60. I think I am. But no, this is Anthony and I never have been doing something and ask Anthony and he tell me no. Now, he's going to say a lot of other stuff to me, but when it comes down to the serious stuff, he going to do it. He's been on the show before. He's been on the show for Driver of the Month, but now he's on the show to give something. And ladies and gentlemen, I want to say, come on in, Anthony. I want to say this. Yeah, bring the bike with you. He will not ask for nothing. He will come on around here. He will not ask for nothing, but what he will do is give. Who's your friend? Isn't it Adrian McBride? Every year, you guys have did something special. Just you two guys, y'all get together and I think it's the school time. Y'all buy school books. What is cool? Paper, pens, and what do y'all buy? You tell me about it.
Anything that the school is lacking, pencils, book bags, any supplies that they need, me and them usually get together and we'll usually supply, but it ain't always us. We got a lot of more people that comes along with us. So it's just we can't do everything, but me and him put forth maximum effort just to try to make it a little bit more easier for the teachers if they need supplies for the class. We try to provide that, and it's been working out so good so far. It's been working out pretty good.
You know, you talked to me about it in the gym, and I won't say he didn't ask me for nothing. We were just in general conversation. I was talking about the bikes and the stuff I do around the year, and you was telling me, you said, yeah, man, you said, that's what I like about y'all. Y'all give away stuff. And you told me about you and Adrian and Matthew Jordan. He pitched in with Trojan Detail and gave something. When we realized, the Bible says that to whom much is given, much is required. And when we get what we can do that and give back. And you know, when I go to a school to talk, you know what I talk about? I talk about Pike County. I talk about our college. I talk about our churches. I talk about our restaurants. I talk about, of course, Wiley Sanders. I talk about KW Plastic, KW Containers, Sanders Lead, Sanders Fertilizer. And I cannot talk about it and not get excited because I think of the food that it puts on tables. People don't see that, the food that it puts on tables. When you get your paycheck, I got my granddaughter here, and I don't want to get emotional, but we was riding back yesterday, and I was asking her what she eat. You know, I bought groceries, but I had to go to the grocery store and get a whole other selection of beefaroni and all mackerel stuff me and you don't eat. Yeah. But the one thing that I found out through that conversation, she's 10 years old, and she was talking to one of her friends, and I told her I was going to tell this, and her friend told her to come over, and she said, I can't. She said, I'm riding back my granddad. My daughter lives in Georgia. We met at the Georgia line. Neither one of us didn't want to buy no gas, so we sacrificed. Well, she tells me that she can't. Her friend tells her, she tells her friend that she can't. When she tells her friend that she's with her granddad, her friend tells her that she lost her granddad. And my granddaughter is like, I don't know what to say. You know, and here's two little kids here. One is with their granddad and one is remembering when she was with her granddad. And I don't know. So I say, the next time, tell her she can come with you. And she said, okay. You know, what was the moral of that story? People, let's be thankful for what we have and for what we get a part of, because we never know. And I don't want to make this show sad because this was about our big time bunkhouse, but I just had to share that. Sometimes the things we take for granted, you know, these bicycles, some kid that would have got up with nothing is going to get up and go, oh, and he's going to be so happy. It joys my heart to know we had a part in it. And sometimes we have to do like the Bible says. We have to ask people to help us. The Bible says what? We have not because we ask not. And I have not asked the driver. And I'm asking y'all drivers, if you bring me a bike, I have not asked the driver to do this that didn't do it. I'm proud to say that I have lost count on how long I've been doing this. But I know we started, and I won't say me, how long we've been doing this. But I know last year was the biggest year that we ever had. And my spirit already has told me this year going to be bigger than last year. and people say goals. What is my goal? A trailer is 7 foot wide, 53 foot long. My boss man, Stephen Sanders, furnished a trailer for us every year to do this. My goal is to get one of them trailers slam full. That's my goal, Anthony. That's my goal, is to get one of them. People have asked me, I never really had a goal, and then I thought, okay, that's a good goal to have. I think you come along in kind of the older trucking where sometimes you had to unload your freight. Mm-hmm. There's a long ways from the back of that truck to the front end. I've unloaded paper towels. Yes, I have unloaded a load of paper towels before, and it's a long way. It's a long way. I know you, our lady that's taking the picture, she's looking at me like, Hoss, you ain't never unloaded nothing. She's going to get not invited to them. Oh, so you agree with her that I don't do it?
It's hard to disagree with it.
Why is it hard? I mean,
you don't look like the type that do something like that.
Oh my!
I look like I do it, but I'm just not like you do.
And I don't look like I would unload a. Did you believe that?
Your job is pretty nice.
Okay.
That's a good way to say no. I don't believe it.
You with me, right? I'm buying lunch.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You know, see, he's on my lunch. He's gonna be with me all morning, so he got to think. I want him to think. You know, yeah, what's called hungry. You ever seen a college student that didn't like it? When I told them Friday when they come out here, I said, I'm gonna buy y'all lunch. They said, oh, okay. No, I'm excited this morning. This is such a nice facility, and we're gonna walk around and show some people some of it live. But right now, we're gonna take a commercial break. And we'll be right back. We're going to get the people in here that shows to keep it like this. That's who we got next. We'll be right back with Truck Talk with Wiley Sanders.
Take the worry out of Wi-Fi with managed Wi-Fi from Troy Cable. Say goodbye to dead zones. Automatically update outdated technology. Get the most of your signal with specialized access points. With worry-free Wi-Fi from Troy Cable, you can enjoy a full-strength signal reaching every corner of your home. Think fast. Think friendly. Think Troy Cable.
Mike McDowell, driver of the Love's Travel Stop Ford Mustang for Front Row Motorsports. Just want to send out a special thanks to all you out there that are working so hard to keep America moving. We know that the world's crazy right now, and things are trying, and we know that this is a difficult time, but we're so thankful for you guys that continue to stay on the road and keep us going. We know it's not easy, and you have family back home and friends, and we just appreciate it so much. There's so much that we take for granted that we realize right now that without those trucks going around the country, we wouldn't have any of these supplies. So thank you guys very much. Keep up the good work, and we appreciate it.
Did you know at Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, after 30 days of employment, that you can join our 401k retirement plan? That's right, we match it up to 4%. That's gross pay, 4% after 30 days of employment. Drive a Buck Division truck for Wiley Sanders Truck Line, be home twice a week and every weekend. You know, if these wheels roll at Wiley Sanders Truck Line, you make money. Home twice a week, every weekend. Wiley Sanders Truck Line, $1,000 sign-on bonus. Come drive for the best today.
Be sure to watch us this Christmas season on Troy Cable Channel 2. This Christmas, we will be airing and replaying Christmas parades in your area through Enterprise, Troy, Ozark, and the surrounding areas.
Come join Wiley Sanders Truck Lines today. $1,000 sign-on bonus. We match your 401k up to 4%. Blue Cross, Blue Shield. We also have a dental plan. You could be the next driver of the month. Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama. You're a certified mechanic looking for a job, then come to Wiley Sanders Truck Line. That's right, Wiley Sanders Truck Line. We need good mechanics. Call John Smothers or Ken Bray for the maintenance department. you will have a future at Wiley Sanders Truck Line.
Join us live to watch your
here and how nice this place is. But anything that you have nice, if you go buy a new car, if you don't take care of it, it won't be new long, right?
That's right.
I've got some old vehicles and all of them look like new. I got some old shoes and I wear them and people think they're new because I take care of them. Where am I going with this? Thank y'all. It's simple. Think the three of you. I travel a lot and I mostly stay at Hilton's and I like to stay at Hampton because I got cards and I get points for it. And I like that smell. Even though I don't look like it, but I have a sweet tooth. And I like to have the little baked cookies. And every time I come into the driver, I know I'm getting the history of that. Man, that won't cookies. When I come into the driver lounge, Omar's heard me say it, you've heard me say it. It smells just like walking into a hotel. That is a credit to you guys. And I will not take that lightly, and I will always honor y'all for that because you deserve it. I mean, nothing no better than, y'all have called me if drivers don't be doing quite right. And I come up there and do something because of the fact of what y'all do in there. And drivers, when you see these ladies and this man on the yard, say hello to them and thank them. Trace Parker has taught me one thing. He said, a hat and a data boy go a long way other than uh-oh. They'll carry you so much further than a uh-oh. So what I'm trying to say is thank y'all. When I asked y'all to wear black and blue and y'all just did it. And I'm proud of it. Now, Molly, I'm going to ask you a question that I don't know the answer to.
Okay.
I'm a driver.
Yes.
And I want one of these rooms. I've just been informed by the shop that my truck is not going to be ready. What would be the procedure of me getting one of these rooms?
Well, the first thing you would want to do is you would contact dispatch if it's after hours or during hours. Contact the Doug and them in safety. You'll get your room booked, but ahead of time, we'll make sure that it's ready for you. We'll make sure that it's clean, that it has the linens in there, that you have your own personal soap, shampoo, we'll provide for you.
Okay.
We'll make sure that you have a comfortable stay.
Thank you. Okay, now I'm still this driver. I have stayed. I have enjoyed the comfort. I'm about to check out. What will my procedure be then?
Well, we'll have a drop box here located inside the entryway to the lounge, and you can drop your card off in there. We'll be right behind you to clean up and make sure it's ready for our next guest. You'll check out.
Just as if you was checking in or out the hotel.
That's right.
Okay. Omar, let me ask you a question. How hard is it to keep these ladies straight? Because I know you do that. I know you're the one that does that. I mean.
Well, I'm gonna tell you now, it's a job. Somebody got to do it.
Somebody's got to do it. That's what I felt like. That's why we in charge, Nina. I didn't mean it like it sounded. Did it sound? Okay. I might better back out of that. She's taking the picture. I just got me a picture with a big old eye closed. That's my next picture on Facebook. Okay? I see that coming. But you know what, though? We laugh about it and we joke about it. But guys and ladies, I'm impressed. I'm impressed. You never know how good something is until you see it. And when you came onto the team, when Omar joined the team, when you joined the team, and everybody likes it when I come in on Thursdays. I do a tour And I say the same thing every Thursday. I say, every time you come in here, it's going to look like this and smell like that. And I'd be lucky, either you'll show up or either Omar will show up, and I'll tell them, thanks to them people there. And that's when, and you know, I have my little kick about the ice machine. You know, it amazes me, if you push that button, the ice comes out. And everybody just looks at me when I say that. They look at me and I go, watch. And I push it again, and finally they go.
2 or 3 times.
Every time you push it, but that's humor, and that's what families do. Families laugh together and eat together, and we're going to go eat today, and I'm going to invite y'all to eat. I've never took y'all to lunch. I always take the camera crew and the Facebook lady, and I got a surprise for her today. She's always taking my picture. I'm going to have her on my show today. See, she don't know. She didn't know that. I didn't tell her that. She got her hair all hanging down. She's thinking, why he didn't tell me that? I would have done this and I would have done that. That's why I didn't tell her. I did warn them, so they knew. They got on their black. And stand up, let everybody see how good y'all look. Y'all look so unified. Just stand up. Just stand up. This is what a family does. A family comes together and they learn to love one another. And I see some of my drivers walking by. I'm finna, don't y'all say nothing. Y'all act like we on break. Watch this. Y'all just sitting. Y'all just sitting. Y'all watch this. We're gonna have some fun now. Step back up. Hey, Shanika. Come here, we on break. We're on break. I got my fingers stuck. How you doing? How you like our driver's line?
Good. Well, I haven't seen it.
You haven't seen it? What truck do you drive?
7003.
7003. And where do you live at? Come a little closer.
Charleston, South Carolina.
Charleston, South Carolina.
Yes.
Have you ever watched that show? Which one is it that say smile, you're on camera?
I have no idea. You got me.
I know I did. I know. You didn't know we're still live. That's what I love about Truck Talk. We don't have no sponsors. Mr. Sanders sponsors us, and we can do stuff like this. I've been waiting on you, girl. I've been waiting on you. You know what? You live in South Carolina, and I remember you coming here. You trained, and I'm always encouraged by this. When I bring a student in, they go through the training process. Training process sometimes is not always the greatest time of trucking, because you're with somebody you don't know, and you're getting to learn the ropes. You don't know the job, but I'm gonna tell you, we got some premier trainers here. We got some top-notch guys. There's one on Anthony that was on here with me earlier. He's my finisher. Somebody needs just a little polishing off. He does that and does a good job of it. But I dare not take it lightly. I got some ladies, and I ain't gonna get into no names because I'll be in trouble. But I never thought, and I'm a man, I'm gonna say it. I'm finna get the black off me now. I never thought I'll see the day in trucking that so many ladies was in it that do such a good job.
I agree.
I mean, we got some ladies that do top notch. Fellas, don't get jealous, but we got some 3,000 mile a weekers. Bree, she's one of them. And the only reason I call Bree, because everybody know me and Bree just pick on each other. When it comes down to it, I never thought I'd see the day I say this. These ladies, backing, dropping, hooking, they can do it. They can actually do it. And they're a great part of this company. Our lady drivers are a great part of this company. We got some drivers at this company that don't just drive. And what do I mean by that? They assist. When they see you lost, see another driver somewhere lost, or see another driver that don't quite understand the procedures. Let me tell you something. Yeah, and I'm happy about it. We're big. And we're in the trucking business. And we're big. And we're in the trucking business. And we're big. And we're in the trucking business. I have to say it that many times to halfway get to where we at. If it's in trucking, we got it. Satellite communication, you name it, we got it. Drop yards, we got it. Freight, we got it. How many companies, and I ain't seen one yet, that takes your 401k and matches it 4%, but upon your gross pay? Let me tell y'all something. And all y'all get a check here. You know what your check, I ain't gonna make you mad with Uncle Sam, just chill out. But you know what your check be, what you gross. And then you know what you get. And that's when you go, oh, okay. But think about this, While you still smiling, We go in there and match you 4%. Untouched. That creates a, if you don't believe me, you get in it. You put 4%. But if you really want that thing, this is what them young folks say, if you really want it to jump, take our match of 4% and you put 6, and then you put 10% of what you make. Do that. If that would have been here when I started, I don't know who would be sitting here, but it would not be me. And I'm not disheartened with my job at all. I love my job. I love working for Wiley, and I like to brag about this, and I do boast about this. This is the only job I ever had. This is the only job. I'm 60 years old. I'm not ashamed of how old I am. I thank God for letting me get this far, because I had a reckless life at one time. There wasn't no doing of my job. But I'm 60 years old. I've got the same job. Never went to bed hungry, and none of my kids never went to bed hungry. All of them got good education. All of them done good but one. I was 1 out of 4. You know, I was 3 for 1. Hey, I'll go along with them odds. I'll go along with them odds. So this is what I'm telling people younger than me. Stay here. We've been in business since 1959. You know what I'm about to say, don't you? We ain't going nowhere. You can put that on the YouTube today. We've been in business since 1959. We ain't going nowhere. We ain't going nowhere, and that is good. If I was a young person, I was looking for a job, I would be looking for a sturdy company, one that's gonna stay, one that I can go and apply for a loan and say, hey, I work for Wiley Sanders Truck Line. The guy said, how long they been in business? They've been in business since 1959. The guy gonna look at you and he gonna say, okay, how long you been there? I've been there 4 or 5 years. Yes. Yes. It's an advantage to having a job. One of the advantages is your mind. You got a good job. Our Isle of Mind is the devil's workshop. You got something to do every day when you get up. You got to come here and make sure that the horse don't come up here and this driver's license ain't clear. Because you don't want to hear my mouth because I talk too much. I've got something to do every day. I'm trying to get that ready line empty. I just work on it every day. Some people say, you don't get tired? I said, no, because it ain't empty. I want every truck we got to have a drive on. Until every truck we got has got a drive on it, I've got something to do every day. I love it. I love it. And we're going to get up and we're going to walk around. Can you follow us?
A little bit.
A little bit.
More or less.
More or less. Okay, we'll just wait. We'll show that later. But what would you like to say about the Driver's Lounge and what you do here at Sanders? You know I was going to ask you a question. I want to answer now. I'm ready. I'm waiting.
I love it.
You love it?
Mm-hmm. And I like everybody gets along
Mm-hmm.
and the family, like you said.
Okay. What do you like, Omar?
I like coming to work, being able to feed my family. I love the people that I'm around. By me being from Montgomery, not from Troy, you know, meeting a lot of people from different places, you know, it makes me feel like, well, you know, I done found me a new home too.
Okay, I love that. I ain't even pay him to say that. I love that. What about you?
I love getting to meet everybody that drives for the company. When we're in the lounge, we're trying to take care of it, make it feel like home, make you remember what it's like, make you as comfortable as you can be. So I love the opportunity to be able to do that for the drivers that take care of us.
Now, you shoot pool, and I came and watched you the other night. Now, what I want you to do is, I'm going to give you a choice.
Yes.
You can let me win the next time I come up there, or I'm going to ask you some weird questions. So, I want to hear you say you're going to win. No. I want to say that I felt like I had been knowing you for years. When we came up to visit you and the way you acted and responded to us, it was so nice. What I was trying to do was to make you feel like family, and I drove up there. And God always gives you something when you're trying to do something for somebody. I really was just getting dressed, and I was going to come over there, eat, and go back. But I came, and I had a nice time, and I found a place that I can actually go. So thank you for that. And thank you for being a part of this family. You just come in here and have did such a good job. I want to tell you that Ronnie Bozeman was talking about you the other day, and I was saying, man, she's good. Guys, ladies, we talk about this driver's lounge all the time and the job that y'all do. Let me tell you something. When a driver is either over there or over here, it's not because he wants to. They get paid, and they get paid by the mile. That's a driver right now. And she's running a clock. Now, give us a little insight on this. I'm going to ask you, because I don't really know that much about it. When I did it, we had a logbook. But where's your clock at now? What are you on duty? How many hours you got today?
Right now, I'm off duty.
Right now, you're off duty. Now, is your 14 running or not running? It's not running. Okay, I want a harder scenario than that. So if you came in here and you was trying to go home and your clock was running, you would need to get in here and get out in order to keep your clock at a certain time.
Right.
So sometimes you've actually come in here and you've had, what, an hour that you need to get in here and get out?
I don't even want to be in here for a whole hour.
Oh, okay. Anthony Knight.
I mean, it's that once that 14 gets ahead of you, like it's really hard to keep up with it. So every little second matters.
Mm-hmm.
So
Now you see, that is what, come on Anthony, that is what I walk around and I tell people that works on the yard and get paid by the hour. Anthony, I want to ask you something. Come around that way, please, sir. Give me a scenario of your clock on the 14-hour rule. Now this morning you came here and helped me, so you did not start your clock, right? No. So if you go to Andalusia, say when you start your clock and you go to Andalusia and you get to Andalusia and say you got a tire that don't look good, but you think it'll make it back to Troy, but you're still trying to go to Dalton, Georgia. When you came on the yard, how much time would you have before it go to getting critical in your 14-hour clock? About an hour and a half. You see what I'm saying? So a lot of time it's not the driver himself, it's his clock. Mm-hmm. Then if you came in here and we held you up over that hour and a half, it just didn't cost you money, right? No. It didn't, okay.
I would have freed my time.
You would have freed your time.
Freed my 14.
Okay. He knows how to freeze it. You know how to freeze yours? Who taught you how to freeze it? Uh-huh. Men are still in charge. All right. What do you think about that? Oh, Mama, what do you talking about? Freeze my time. But I did all those scenarios because I want y'all to know how important it is. And sometimes people, they get upset. My job is not to get upset. My job is to smile. It's to tell you that it's going to be okay. Mm-hmm. Sometimes drivers, I don't know how, but I do know that we're going to take care. Number one priority, and we're getting everybody on this page, and I have to say, tire department, all these departments are falling in with it. Ricky Beck, I want to give him a great shout out. He understands it. He tells me what's going on. He tells me how to get to a certain point, you know. He tells me what to tell a driver to help them get out here. We got zero incentive of holding a driver here. You hear me say it on the commercial. Them wheels roll, you make money. Not only you, but us. You guys pay us every week. You just heard Doug talking about it a while ago. Y'all are looking at me and wondering, how long can he talk? You just looking at me, you going, don't ask me nothing else. No, when I get to talking about trucking and I get to talking about what this company offers and what we can offer a driver, I get excited. Now, why did I pick Shanika? Shanika had to learn the hard way. I got her now. See, she can't move. You keep that camera on. If she take off the running, you keep that camera on. Keep my mic rolling. Shanika left. She didn't put enough into it. She left. But this is how I feel. If she left, I failed. See, she thought I was going to get on her, but I'm actually getting on myself. If she left, then it was something that I didn't do. I charge myself with it. I don't charge you. I don't charge Anthony. I don't charge Kevin Baker, who's coming. I charge myself. And what I try to do when it's the second time around, I call it put my arms from up around. This is what I like about live TV. This is the man that makes Truck Talk with Wiley Sanders Truck Line. Come on up. Come on up. You know, I was about to send you a text, and then I did.
I sent you one.
Oh.
I sent you one.
You like that bicycle?
I like this.
Do not tear that up. Do not tear that bicycle.
Yeah, this is sweet.
You know who bought that bicycle up here?
Who?
Kenny Garrick's granddaughter.
Is that right?
Talked to Kenny the other day. That's what I like about our drive. Talked to Kenny the other day. I said, hey man, I need you to bring a bicycle. Just like you're gonna bring one, and
Yeah,
it's like, and everybody does it.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I just asked them to bring me a bicycle, and they bring me one. You know, I ride a bike every morning.
You do?
I do. You know,
Yeah.
just if somebody wanted to give me an upgrade, I mean, I'm not asking for a bicycle.
Well, look, I come over here. I saw you talking with Mr. Knight.
Mm-hmm.
And
He bought a bicycle.
brought a bicycle.
The one you're sitting on.
Yeah, yeah. And, you know, him and with all the others, we just want to say thank you. It's a time of your
Our local Christmas parades on November 30th at 6:30 p.m. in Enterprise, Alabama, December 6th at 6 p.m. in Troy, Alabama, December 7th at 6 p.m. in Ozark, Alabama, and December 9th at 6 p.m. in Luverne, Alabama.
to get drivers where they need to be.
Mm-hmm.
So all the drivers that are watching, if you're concerned about getting home, no worries. We've been working on this. Pretty hard. I was going to get Scott to come with me, but he is so, into what he's doing right now to make sure we get everybody.
And you know, and I tell all the vendors, and I hope they listen to this so they'll give me a break, but I tell everybody that I buy advertising or is trying to get us to advertise with them, I say, look, November and December, I got one focus, getting my drivers home. We deadhead, we do a lot of deadheading to get a driver home. I can't afford that expense because I get that expense to what? My drivers. Now, I don't call company names, but you hear me saying this. You tell me if you ever found a company that works as hard as getting their guys home for this day as we do. I'm talking.
We're fortunate. We got sister companies that help us do that.
Mm-hmm.
Our resources are unique to the industry. Not every truck lines can do what we do, and that's why.
Say that again. Say that again.
Not every truck lines can do what we do.
That's right. Okay, go ahead. That just excited me.
Yeah, no, that's the truth. It's the truth. And we're very fortunate and blessed to be able to do things that way. So, no worries. That's the one thing about it is during the holiday season, things pick up, things slow down, but we won't. We'll maintain, a steady flow. And, whereas other companies might struggle to help their drivers make a good paycheck, we don't. If you want it, it's there. We're going to get you where you want to be when you need to be there. No worries at that point. So,
Well, let me ask you this. A young driver just got out of the training program. This is his first holiday.
yeah.
Think with me here. And he's thinking, okay, I need to be home. And you're giving him a load to Virginia.
Yeah.
And he's thinking, man, I'm not going to be home. What do you want to tell that driver? Because I know it's a message you want to send to him.
You are going to be home.
Just take the load.
We look at the timelines. We bring everything, to utilize every hour that a driver has available. If we can add an additional 500 miles to your paycheck for this week and still have you where you want to be, it's a win-win situation.
That's what I wanted to bring up.
We're capable of doing that, and we do it often. The ones who have experienced that, they're just running up the road right now, and they know they're going to be where they want to be when they want to be there, and have money in their pocket. One thing that I do want to say to the drivers right now: please be aware of your surroundings. Traffic is going to pick up, things are going to get tight, so just be aware. Don't get into a hurry. Don't get yourself into a situation that's uncomfortable. If you need anything, we're here for you, and happy holidays.
And I want to say this, and guys, I feel like y'all will take care of yourself. Y'all be tough. But ladies, go in twos, please. All our lady drivers, watch your night parking. Nigga, watch where you park at night. There are people like us that's trying to give everybody everything we can for this day and make them as happy as we can. And there's other people that are preying on this day. They want to catch you. When you go shopping, put your stuff in your trunk. Don't get your windows busted for nothing. You got all these bags in the back. These people that walk up and bust your window and take your stuff. I know you say, well, I got insurance. Well, you don't want to go through that. And plus, if you're shopping in the wintertime and they bust your window, that's a cool ride on.
Did you see that on the news this weekend where I can't remember what it was. A lady actually was with her daughter. They walked out to the car. A guy come up and grabbed the mother and grabbed the purse and was trying to take the purse. 9-year-old girl went around the corner and beat the daylights out of that guy.
Good.
Oh yeah, she got a hold of him, but don't. That's not the story.
That's not what we want you to do. He said it watching.
That was actually comical. This girl chased this guy 5 blocks before they called him.
Look at Matt. He's down there trying to figure out where to bring that bicycle to. He's way down there at safety. He's got 4 minutes, and we got to have that bicycle.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go get back at it.
Kevin, we appreciate you for coming up.
It's a beautiful place here.
Isn't it nice? Walk around and look at it, man.
Yeah, I'll get out here later.
The bathroom is such a state of the art. Matt, we up here at the driver's lounge where you see my golf cart. Okay, well, now he's going, oh, I see you. Yeah, you do now. Okay, come on, we got about 4 minutes. I do want you to get in. But that is what we're saying. I want to thank, I call her the camera lady, but I don't think that's the official title or what show. Would you come and tell everybody what you do for Wiley Sandals? Because it's very important. Come on. Come on. I want you to tell everybody what you do, what you actually do.
So I take photos and videos with events like this, and the Kirk Fish fry we had the other day, and I work with another lady named Erin Smith, and she posts on social media to tell the world how great Wiley Sandals truck lines are. So.
That is good. I want to tell you that one of the things I love about you, you're always smiling. You're always smiling. I love happiness. We got enough cruel, and when they asked me about doing this show, and they told me, you know, you're gonna reign, and I tell people, you come on my show at any time you want to, let it be positive. Let it be positive. I don't care. If you got a business and you open it up in Troy, hey, come on. This is one of the local business in Troy. We got a number on it, 31. Come on in, Matthew. This is Matthew Jordan. He works for Trojan Detail, and he runs things over there. Matthew, when you picked that bike, what was your idea? Because I like it. It looked kind of sporty.
Well, this right now were raised back. You know, somebody didn't think they're a basketball driver.
Matthew, you know what I look at when I see that bike? I think you're trying to throw a hint to me that you could ride as full as I ride in the morning times. I mean, you calling me out?
I think I got ride.
Huh? You done got me upset now. Tell him something, Molly. Get on him now. I ride every morning. He don't ride every morning. He don't ride every morning. No, I'm going to tell you something. Find you something to do in the morning times that's positive. A quiet time is a good time. I take a quiet, some people ask me, man, you have so much energy all day. You have 24 hours in a day. I take 2 hours of that day for my body and my mind. When I get up in the morning time and I ride my bike, I ride and I talk to the Lord. And I asked him to give me something good to say. I wrote all this down yesterday. I haven't looked at it. I do it sometime, but I haven't picked that pad up all day. If it comes from here, sounds better, feels better. I talked to Matt this morning, asked him to bring a bicycle. There he is. Matt, y'all do a lot at Trojan Detail. Tell us some things you do right quick, like, because we got to get out of here.
We also have something to do. We collecting batteries, old batteries. We collect all old batteries. We're bound. I always tell people old batteries because they'll bring new ones. I want an old battery, one that's not working. And we'll purchase them if you come up there. We also move any individual will come out and see what needs to be moved. We'll move you not just in Troy, out of town. We also pressure wash, homes, sidewalks, whatever needs to be done. They will also wash cars.
Okay. And y'all buy bicycles for kids to help them out at this time of the year. Now, he's being very modest. Matt works at this very hard. I try to tell people, and I don't mind being that person. It takes a person to stand out and say this and say that, but it takes laborers. You're good, but without them two.
Yeah, I couldn't do it.
I'm good, but without Matt, my driver, without Doug sitting there, you don't know how many ideas he give me. You don't know how many ideas I get out of conversation. Matt, for the last 4 or 5 years, he's always just been right there. From his heart, not charging, just coming in there and doing it. And before we get out of here, let me make sure I do this. Turkeys for Heaven. Miss Kelly Sanders has been doing that for the longest. And she'll probably be on the show next week, but I dare not leave here and not talk about it. We feed over 600 turkeys.
It's so wonderful.
It is wonderful. You go to the IGA, you tell them that you want to buy a turkey for Turkeys for Heaven. They got a certain price, and they'll sell you the turkey. They give you a receipt, and automatically we pick those turkeys up. Please, ma'am, please, sir, please buy a turkey. It's not going to happen. They're going to fix all the side, and Matt will be one of the ones to deliver. I'll deliver.
I will deliver.
Okay, we just get volunteers. We don't take no money. It's just from our hearts, you know. I'll be out there. I'll get up. I go deliver something. They just give you an address. It's nothing like knocking on somebody's door and they, hey, and you go, hey.
Exactly. It's so wonderful.
It's so wonderful. Miss Kelly Sanders, we thank you. We thank you more than that for this. Ladies and gentlemen, don't take this lightly. She has worked on this with all her might, and it came from her heart. And she wanted it to be nice, and it is nice. Tell me how to turn the water on the bathroom next time. You know, I got these little fancy knobs and got a TV in every room, drivers. There's a TV in every room.
And don't forget about the AC. You can adjust the temperature whatever room you're in. If you like it hot, you can make it hot in there. If you like it cold, you can make it cold. And it doesn't affect anybody else.
What about the other room? The room with the big bed. If you ride with your wife or your...
Yeah, there's plenty of room in there.
Yeah, that's a big old bed.
I know.
Oh, man. What would they say? What the young folks, I like to say what them young folks say, we jumping, ain't we?
That's right.
Ain't that what they say, man? We jumping, y'all. We jumping at Wiley Sanders Truck Line. Let me say this and we got to get out of here. At Wiley Sanders Truck Line, we put God and family first. Most of all, we want you to know, if you come here and you don't make no money, it's all on you because it's here. Got several sister companies, KW Containers, KW Plastics, Sanders Fertilizer, Sanders Lead Company, Wiley Sanders Truck Line. That's enough to give everybody in Pike County a job.
That's right.
I'm excited. We're going to get out of here. I want everybody to do this for me. Listen to me good now. We love you from Wiley Sanders Truck Line. See, no matter what the question is, the answer is love. It don't matter what the question is, the answer is love. Y'all got it?
Yes.
No matter what?
Yes.
No matter what?
What the question is?
She said yes. Say what I say. Say what I say. No matter what the question is.
No matter what the question is.
The answer is?
The answer is?
Love.
Love.
Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye.
Alabama on Troy Cable Channel 2.
When you think Troy Cable, think of a world-class network. Think of friendly local customer support experts. Think of reliable internet, phone,